As twilight descends, Liam Rowan steps into the silent mouth of Atherwin's abandoned watchtower. Torchlight dancing, ancient trees claw at the edges of the clearing, their gnarled branches reaching like skeletal arms in the dim light. The twilight chill settles heavily around him, seeping into the stones of the forgotten tower. He moves with cautious grace, each step measured in the face of the unknown. A subtle unease prickles at the back of Liam's neck, a silent warning in the stillness. Inside the watchtower, a sphere of light bathes the ruins in an ethereal glow. The golden ember-red light dances, shadows flickering across the cracked stone. Liam gazes upward, his face awash in the relic's otherworldly radiance. A cracked pedestal is the base for the ethereal light, a beacon in decay. Awe is etched on Liam's face, a silent witness to the spectacle. Inside the dilapidated watchtower, dust motes swirl in the dim light as Maeve cautiously steps forward. Her voice trembles with awe and disbelief. The Ember Heart. But it was only a legend. With hesitant steps, she walks beside Liam, her eyes widening with wonder and a hint of trepidation. The air is thick with anticipation as they stand together, gazing at the unseen Ember Heart. Eldric Valemont enters the abandoned watchtower, his sword glinting in the dim light. Dust swirls as his royal cloak sweeps across the decaying floorboards. The air hangs heavy with the scent of decay and forgotten ages. His eyes scan the crumbling walls, gleaming with a dangerous ambition. A single ray of light illuminates the sword, casting long shadows. "So the stories were true," Eldric says, his voice echoing in the empty tower. Inside the dilapidated watchtower, Finn approaches the sphere, his eyes reflecting its faint glow in the dim light. Dust motes swirl around him, illuminated by the sparse light piercing through cracks in the ancient walls. Finn leans closer, captivated by the sphere's enigmatic presence. "My grandmother spoke of it," he whispers, his voice echoing in the tower. "Whoever carries it can summon the Firebird." Inside the desolate watchtower, the Ember Heart glows, resonating with Finn's incantation. The pulsing intensifies, a visible response to the ancient words. Suddenly, a blinding burst of light erupts, illuminating the decaying room. Radiant energy floods every corner of the abandoned watchtower. Inside the abandoned watchtower, shadows dance with the dim light. The Ember Heart, a beacon of warmth, begins to drift towards Liam. A soft, fiery glow envelops Liam, casting an ethereal light. The air crackles with anticipation as the glow intensifies. A collective gasp echoes through the tower, a symphony of awe. Everyone watches in stunned silence, eyes wide with wonder and disbelief. In the oppressive silence of the watchtower, Maeve gasps, a sound swallowed by the heavy air. Finn stumbles back, his eyes betraying a potent mix of fear and disbelief. Eldric stands frozen, jaw tight, a muscle ticking with barely suppressed envy. The air crackles with unspoken words, the tension palpable and sharp. Silence amplifies their emotions, making them raw and exposed in the dim light. Inside the watchtower, dust swirls in faint light, illuminating decay. Mildew hangs heavy in the air, a silent testament to forgotten time. Cracked windows offer a glimpse of the world outside, a world that has moved on. Eldric's silhouette stands amidst the ruins, a figure of defiance. His voice echoes in the hollow space, filled with resentment and longing. "It should have chosen royalty, not a falconer's son," Eldric laments. In the desolate watchtower, Liam holds the relic. The relic starts to pulse with an otherworldly light. The light intensifies, a clear sign of its choice. A heavy sense of destiny fills the ancient tower. Each person present feels the weight of the moment. The relic's glow illuminates their awestruck faces. In the Queen's council chamber, Lady Seraphina stands, her face a mask of grave concern. The weight of untold burden seems to press down on her shoulders as she faces the council. Her voice resonates with urgency as she breaks the silence. The Ember Heart has returned. A chilling revelation hangs in the air, and with it, ancient trials, she warns, the words heavy with dread. Inside the Queen's council chamber, Seraphina's gaze shifts, locking onto Liam with urgency. Her expression is a delicate balance of concern and foreboding. Seraphina's voice is hushed, yet firm, cutting through the heavy silence of the chamber. "You must not summon the Firebird unless the kingdom faces ruin," she warns, her eyes pleading. In the Queen's council chamber, Eldric stands, his face flushed, his presence commanding. His voice echoes with indignation, filling the grand chamber with raw emotion. Eldric gestures wildly, his frustration palpable as he confronts the silent council. Why must he hold such power? Eldric questions, his voice ringing with years of unrewarded dedication. In the Queen's council chamber, anticipation hangs heavy. Seraphina stands tall, her gaze unwavering, radiating authority. Her presence commands respect in the grand hall. Seraphina's voice echoes with conviction and power. "The relic chooses only the pure of heart," Seraphina declares. Inside the Queen's council chamber, tensions rise. Liam stands amidst the council, his resolve firm. Maeve's hand brushes against Liam's arm, a subtle touch of support in a sea of doubt. Liam finds strength in Maeve's silent reassurance. Their connection is palpable in the tense chamber. Under the harsh daylight, a lone royal scout bursts through the citadel gates, his leather armor dusty and worn. He stumbles, his body failing him, seeking support against the ancient stone wall, his breath ragged and shallow. Terror grips the scout. His eyes reflect the horrors witnessed, wide with disbelief and dread. He struggles to speak each word, a monumental effort against the rising panic within him. "Your Majesty," he gasps, the weight of his message threatening to crush him entirely. His voice cracks as he delivers the dire warning. The Shadowbound are rising. The Eastern Pass is overrun. In the Queen's council chamber, the Queen sits upon her ornate throne, her posture reflecting the weight of her crown. Bathed in the chamber's soft light, Liam, Eldric, Maeve, and Finn stand before her, their faces determined. The Queen gestures with a jeweled hand, her gaze sweeping over each of them in turn. A solemn duty is bestowed as the Queen speaks. "You must journey into the Forest of Echoes. Seek aid from the Thornwolf," the Queen commands, her words echoing in the chamber. Beneath the Forest of Echoes' silvered branches, Liam, Eldric, Maeve, and Finn journey onward. Unspoken words hang heavy in the air, each breath a silent testament to the simmering tension. The serene beauty of the forest is distorted, the weight of their unease palpable. Their journey continues, the tension a tangible presence among them. Sunlight dapples the Forest of Echoes, shadows playing across the tense faces. Liam steps forward, his earnest gaze meeting theirs, a silent plea for unity. He gestures, hands open in a gesture of peace, seeking to bridge the divide. "We have to work together," Liam urges, his voice echoing softly in the ancient woods. Sunlight weaves through the ancient trees of the Forest of Echoes, painting the mossy ground with shifting shadows. A chilling breeze whispers through the leaves, carrying forgotten tales on the wind. Eldric steps forward, his face etched with disdain. His eyes blaze with anger as he confronts an unseen foe. "Your power is unearned," Eldric spits out, each word laced with venom. "Don't speak of unity," he warns, his voice echoing through the silent forest. Sunlight paints the Forest of Echoes as Maeve confronts Eldric. The dense canopy whispers secrets overhead. Maeve's unwavering gaze meets Eldric's, a silent battle waged in the heart of the ancient woods. The air crackles with raw, unspoken tension, as if the very trees hold their breath in anticipation. Her voice echoes, resonating with conviction. Power is not taken, it is carried. Eerie mist hangs heavy in the Forest of Echoes as the travelers venture deeper, their figures fading into the gloom. The air is still, the silence broken only by the soft rustle of unseen things in the underbrush. Shadows dance like specters, playing tricks on the eye as the forest watches, silent and knowing. Each step crunches softly on the damp earth, a lonely sound in the vast, watchful wilderness. A menacing growl tears through the ancient trees, stirring a primal fear in the heart of the dark forest. From the deepest shadows, a beast of nightmare emerges, its fur like obsidian, swallowing the faint moonlight. but it is the eyes that truly terrify, burning with an unnatural, electric blue fire. This is the Thornwolf, a creature of myth and dread, now made flesh in the heart of the haunted woods. Moonlight paints the forest of echoes, shadows dancing like spirits on the forest floor. A chilling wind whispers. Ancient trees loom, their branches intertwined like skeletal fingers reaching for the clouded sky. Finn stands alone, his eyes wide with wonder, a flicker of fear betraying his brave facade. His breath mists in the cold air as he scans the silent, watchful woods. A hushed reverence fills his voice as he speaks. Guardian of the old kingdom, the forest holds its breath, waiting, as if the very trees are listening to Finn's words. Moonlight paints the forest of echoes in spectral hues, shadows alive with ancient secrets. An unnatural stillness blankets the woods, broken only by the rustling of unseen things. The Thornwolf's voice resonates, not from its throat, but from the very minds within. A chilling question echoes through the trees. Why do you trespass? The forest holds its breath, awaiting an answer to the spectral challenge. Ancient trees claw at the sky, their shadows twisting in the dim moonlight as Liam enters the forest of echoes. The air hangs heavy and still, thick with the secrets of the ancient woods. Liam's breath mists before him, a fragile cloud in the chilling night. His heart drums against the silence, a frantic rhythm echoing the anticipation that grips him. To protect Etherwyn, Liam whispers, his voice barely audible. We need your guidance. Under the veiled moonlight, the Thornwolf begins its dance, circling Liam with predatory grace in the heart of the forest of echoes. Its eyes glow with an eerie light, piercing through the shadows that writhe around them. The air crackles with tension as the Thornwolf speaks, its voice a haunting whisper in the night. The ember heart burns brightly in you, but fire is easily corrupted, it warns, its words a chilling omen. Moonlight spills through the canopy, painting the forest of echoes in an ethereal glow. The Thornwolf's eyes narrow, its predatory gaze locking onto Eldric. A sinister gleam ignites within its eyes, mirroring the forest's ancient secrets. Its voice, a low growl, rumbles through the silent woods. And ambition burns hotter still, the Thornwolf declares, its words laced with dark intent. Eldric stands frozen, caught in the Thornwolf's intense, piercing stare. Beneath the forest of echoes, Eldric's grip tightens on his sword, the steel gleaming faintly in the dim, filtered moonlight. A palpable tension fills the night as unseen eyes seem to watch from the dense shadows. He is on edge. The Thornwolf's words hang heavy in the air, an invisible threat that stirs the ancient trees and unsettles the soul. Eldric feels exposed, vulnerable under the dark canopy, as if the forest itself is closing in around him. The forest floor vibrates violently as the ancient trees creak under an unseen force. From the shadowy depths, monstrous figures emerge, their forms barely visible against the dark. Eyes ignite with malevolent light, piercing through the gloom as the creatures reveal themselves. A savage assault begins, the air filled with snarls and the snapping of branches as the forest turns into a battlefield. Under a haunting moonlight, the Thornwolf takes its stand, a silhouette of raw power against the dark horizon. Its eyes glow with fierce resolve, piercing the shadows of the ancient forest of echoes. A deep, guttural growl rumbles from within, echoing through the silent trees. The forest holds its breath. The Thornwolf, a guardian against the encroaching darkness. Eerie shadows dance like specters, amplifying the sense of foreboding in the night's stillness. In the silent forest of echoes, Maeve's grip tightens on Liam's wrist, her eyes reflecting the unseen terrors lurking in the shadows. The only sound is the rustling of unseen things underfoot, a symphony of dread in the darkened woods. Maeve's voice cuts through the stillness, urgent and sharp. Call the Firebird! Liam's face is pale in the darkness, fear battling with resolve as he prepares to answer Maeve's desperate plea. At the edge of the forest of echoes, Liam pauses, the whispering woods looming before him. Weak moonlight struggles to pierce the dense canopy, casting long, eerie shadows that dance around Liam. He hesitates, brow furrowed, as if wrestling with an unseen force, a storm brewing within him. Seraphina's warning echoes in his mind, a tangible weight pressing down, fueling his troubled thoughts. In the Forest of Echoes, deep shadows cling to the ancient trees, the air heavy with an unnatural stillness. Wreathed in darkness, a shadow-bound creature explodes from the gloom, lunging towards Maeve with terrifying speed. A protective fire ignites in Liam's eyes, his body tensing, ready to shield Maeve from the encroaching darkness. The creature's shadowy form twists and coils as it hurtles forward, a predator unleashed in the heart of the forest. The stillness shatters as Liam prepares to confront the darkness, a silent promise of protection etched on his face. Under a starless sky, the Forest of Echoes stands cloaked in an oppressive darkness. Liam raises the ember heart, its surface glowing with latent power. A sudden eruption of light banishes the encroaching shadows. The shadowbound recoil, hissing as the light touches them. The forest floor is momentarily illuminated, revealing twisted roots and gnarled trees. Above the darkened Forest of Echoes, a flaming silhouette begins to take shape against the night sky. Wings of living fire unfurl, casting an eerie glow over the ancient trees below. The Firebird materializes, its form incandescent and awe-inspiring. Eyes like molten gold pierce the shadows, radiating power and ancient wisdom. The forest is bathed in its fiery light as the Firebird watches over its domain. The Forest of Echoes is shattered by the Firebird's cry, a sound that promises both destruction and rebirth. Shadow-bound creatures scatter like smoke, fleeing an invisible force unleashed upon the ancient woods. Even the mighty Thornwolf bows its head. It shows primal respect to the Firebird's raw, untamed power. The forest trembles, acknowledging the presence of a being beyond mortal comprehension. Beneath the inky sky of the Forest of Echoes, Eldric's gaze burns with fierce intensity. His eyes lock onto the Firebird, reflecting the flickering light and an ambition that knows no bounds. Each feather glows like embers, mirroring the burning desire within Eldric's soul. Possession glints in his eyes as he watches the Firebird, a silent promise of power. Beneath the starlit sky, an ancient ruin stands silent, weathered stones hinting at forgotten tales. Camp is set near the ruins, a haven amidst the ethereal glow that softly kisses the surrounding forest. The Firebird's passage lingers, its fleeting light painting the leaves with a spectral luminescence. Whispers of magic fill the night as they rest, the air alive with the echoes of ancient flames. Moonlight paints the ancient ruins in silver, as Maeve and Liam find solace among the silent, crumbling stones. Long shadows stretch and dance, weaving secrets around them as a gentle breeze whispers through the ruins. The air is still, heavy with unspoken words, the weight of decisions hanging between them. Maeve turns to Liam, her eyes reflecting the soft moonlight, offering a silent understanding and comfort. "You did the right thing," Maeve says, her voice a soothing balm in the quiet night, affirming his difficult choice. Under the moon's ethereal glow, dust motes swirl around the ancient ruins, their forms softened by time. Crumbling stone structures stand in solemn silence, bearing witness to forgotten ages. Finn's face is etched with grim determination, his gaze fixed on some unseen threat. The air hangs heavy with unspoken tension, a silent acknowledgement of danger narrowly avoided. Finn's voice is sharp, tinged with accusation. "If you hadn't summoned it, we'd be dead." The ruins seem to echo his words, the shadows deepening as the night grows colder. Under the cloak of night, ancient ruins loom, silent witnesses to secrets about to unfold. Eldric moves stealthily, his shadow stretching long in the moonlight as he approaches the sleeping camp. Liam is roused from his sleep by Eldric's presence, his eyes flickering open in the darkness. Eldric's face is grim, illuminated by the moon's pale light, his demand hanging heavy in the air. "Give me the ember heart," Eldric demands, his voice a low, dangerous murmur that cuts through the night's stillness. Liam stares back, a mix of defiance and apprehension swirling within him as he faces Eldric's veiled threat. Under the silent gaze of crumbling walls, Liam slowly stands, his silhouette stark against the night. An unspoken battle rages within him, etched in the hard lines of his face under the moonlight. The weight of his burden hangs heavy, each movement measured with reluctance and pain. With a voice barely above a whisper, He admits defeat to the ancient stones. I can't. Under the silent gaze of the moon, ancient ruins loom, dust and shadows swirling around Eldric as he confronts his foe. Eldric's face, a canvas of hard-won survival, is set in grim determination as he prepares for battle. The wind screams through the crumbling stones, echoing tales of forgotten ages and impending conflict. You think destiny chose you? Destiny can be rewritten, Eldric declares, his voice defiant against the howling wind. Under the cloak of night, Eldric's fist flies, a swift, brutal strike aimed at Liam's jaw. Liam crumples, a heavy fall amidst the ancient ruins, the impact sending dust swirling into the night air. The echo of the blow reverberates, a stark testament to the raw power unleashed in the desolate expanse. Maeve's horrified cry shatters the silence. Liam! Amidst the ancient ruins, Finn explodes forward, a figure of fury against the night. Eldric retaliates with a blazing torch, slamming Finn back into the shadows. The torchlight dances wildly, casting grotesque shadows that amplify the chaos. A fierce battle unfolds, the fate of both men hanging in the balance under the silent, watchful stars. Under a starlit sky, Eldric's hand stretches towards the Ember Heart, a relic radiating ancient power amidst crumbling ruins. As his fingers brush against its surface, the artifact flares with an unseen energy, a silent warning in the night. The Ember Heart pulses, rejecting Eldric's touch. A shockwave erupts, the air crackling with raw force, throwing Eldric back into the darkness. Eldric is hurled violently across the ruins, a silhouette against the ancient stones. Dust and echoes settle, leaving the Ember Heart glowing ominously in the silence. Under the cloak of night, ancient ruins stand as silent witnesses. An eerie glow pierces the darkness as the Ember Heart tumbles to Liam's feet. The Ember Heart pulses with light, its energy a beacon in the ancient place. The surrounding forest seems to bristle, an ominous growl echoing through the trees. Nature itself seems to react, a primal warning in the rustling leaves. Beneath the veil of night, the ancient ruins stand silent, save for the shadows that dance and whisper secrets of forgotten ages. From the heart of darkness, Thornwolf emerges, eyes gleaming with ancient knowledge and predatory intent. A low growl rumbles from Thornwolf's chest, shattering the stillness, a primal warning echoing through the stone. The growl intensifies, a prelude to a pronouncement that carries the weight of prophecy and doom. The prince's heart is poisoned by fear, Thornwolf declares, the words hanging heavy in the night air. Amidst the fiery chaos of the citadel battlements, Liam and Eldric face off, their destinies about to collide. Eldric's sword crackles ominously with dark magic, casting an eerie glow on his face. Liam stands firm, his gaze unwavering, ready to confront the darkness before him. The air crackles with tension as the two warriors prepare to strike, the fate of the citadel hanging in the balance. Eldric's voice echoes across the battlements, filled with rage and despair. You took everything from me. Flames dance around them, mirroring the burning hatred in Eldric's eyes and the resolve in Liam's stance. If you enjoyed this cinematic medieval story, like, share, and subscribe for more legendary tales that bring magic, emotion, and destiny to life.